Thank you. The Judson Rockets coming in a nice game, trying to stay undefeated in District 27-6A this season and keep their #1 ranking, while the Smithson Valley Rangers wanted to make up for their loss against Steele last week. The Rockets blast off first. DeAnthony Lewis is able to turn on the afterburner, fire off this 77-yard touchdown run, put the Rockets on the scoreboard first right out of the gate following the kickoff. But the Rangers respond pretty quickly. Quarterback Jalen Nutt with a 2-yard keeper. We're tied at 7-all just like that. Judson will go on a 10-7 on a field goal when Nutt is able to do it again, this time on a 10-yard run to put Smithson Valley in front, 14-10, until the Rockets quarterback Michael Burrows tops that. He's going to score on this 37-yard run to push Judson out in front again, 17-14. Not to be outdone, though, Nutt decides to go to the air this time. He's able to find Maverick Freeland for a 45-yard touchdown, taking the lead back 21-17 just before the half. Rangers lead would grow to 35-17, thanks in part to plays like this. Running back Travis McCracken turns the corner. No one can stop him. 30-yard score for the Rangers, but the Rockets, DeAnthony Lewis, could run to 44 yards untouched for the touchdown to help cut the Rangers' lead down to 11, 35-24. After an onside kick, the Rockets capitalized. Burrows lobs a pass to Davion Wilson in the end zone, makes a great grab over the defensive back. The Rockets go for 2. They get it. It was a 3-point Ranger lead, and look how the game ends. Smithson Valley hangs on 35-32.
It was amazing. Hey, that's a good team right there over there. They played their butts off. We played our butts off. It was a great game. That's what we're going to be in the playoffs, you know. It was difficult. A hard-fought battle between both teams, you know. That's not going to get like that. It's not going to get easy like that in 27-6A.
All right, here comes East Central out for the second half of their game against South Sand at Bobcat Stadium. The Hornets sting up 21-0 in the fourth quarter. Caden Basanko keeps it himself, steps through a tackle, takes off for the far sideline, then cuts back inside, races in for the 32-yard score and a 28-0 lead. The final from South Sand's Bobcat Stadium. There you see 34-0 East Central. They're knocking off Johnson and handing them their first loss of the season. The Reagan Rattlers visiting the Brandeis Broncos tonight at Ferris Stadium. The Rattlers already have 17-7 in the third. The Broncos start the second half by kicking the Rattlers. First play of the third quarter, running back Eduardo Webster takes a handout, gets to the outside, slips between two defenders. He's gone. A 75 yards to the house to cut the Reagan lead down to 17-14. Reagan responds on fourth down from the Brandeis 2-yard line. Quarterback Britton Ward forces his way in, push the Rattlers lead back up to 10, 24-14. The final from Ferris, there it is. Reagan takes a win, 38-22. Here's the legend himself, Gary DeLong, calling his last high school football game tonight after 61 years in the booth. Congratulations, Gary. And the game that he called was Roosevelt and Churchill. Chargers lead 7-0 in the first quarter when Rough Riders quarterback Dwayne Coleman keeps it on the option read. He slips through not one, not two, but 3 would-be tacklers, gets down to the outside and down the sideline with a 39-yard gain all the way to the Churchill 9-yard line. Then Roosevelt running back Jalen Deers takes a handoff and scores from 9 yards out. They miss the extra point, trail 7-6. Let's head to the big game cover of scoreboard for the first time tonight to catch that final. Churchill falls to Roosevelt 32-13. Reagan over Brandeis 38-22 tonight. Smithson Valley with a nice upset 35-32 over Judson for the Rangers, and it was East Central over South Sand 34-0. While Willie Hall, coaching his final regular season game before he retires after 37 years at Brackenridge, has his Eagles undefeated coming in tonight's game against Lanier for the district championship. Brack beat the Vokes 2 weeks ago. Could they do it again? Lanier would have something to say about that. Vokes quarterback Fabian Maciel drops back to the pass and pocket claps around him. Check out the spin move to get him out of trouble. Look at him take it down to the house with a 30-yard touchdown. 7-0 lead in the second quarter. The final from Alamo Stadium. And Lanier wins the district title 14-7. The Harlan Hawks got some help last night when Stevens defeated O'Connor. That their playoff hopes are still alive, but they still had to beat John Jay tonight at Gustafson Stadium. No score in the first quarter. The Mustangs get on the board first. Quarterback Darnell Riley is going to tuck and plow his way to the end zone for the 7-0 lead, but following an 80-yard kick return to get down to the Mustangs 20-yard line. Jay answers. Quarterback Cannon Williams, the Harlan quarterback, takes snap, fires to the open Richard De La Garza for the score, but the Hawks miss the extra point, still down 7-6. Let's see if they're able to pull it out. Harlan gets a win. They're in the playoffs, 46-28. It's the annual Frontier Bowl between the Harlandale Indians, McCollum Cowboys. Only tonight, they're playing for pride in the Alamo Dome. Harlandale is already up 21-6, adding to that lead. Quarterback Joseph Rodriguez to running back Joe Anthony Vallejo on the screen pass. A lot of room to run, picks up 37 yards. A few plays later, Rodriguez is going to keep it on the option, and he adds to the Indians' lead, but they miss the extra point. They go up 27-6. Let's head back back to the big game coverage scoreboard for that final. Harlandale wins the Frontier Bowl tonight, 40-6. It was 46-28. Harlandale is in the playoffs as a result. Lanier gets the district championship over Brackenridge tonight. Burbank over Kennedy over at Edgewood Veterans, 42-6. Strike up the band. The Southwest Dragons trying to stay in the playoff picture in District 14 5A Division 1 against Rio Grande City. Down 22-14, second quarter. Pitch goes to the Dragons running back, Andre Mitchell, who picks up 10 yards before he's brought down. A few plays later, the Dragons are on the goal line. They give it to Mitchell again. This time he goes up and over the middle for the touchdown to make it a one-point game. The final from Dragon Stadium. 42-28, Southwest gets the win. That is still in the fourth, though. Now let's head up to Bertie, where Wimberley fans made it the trip here to see if the Texans can advance to the 4A playoffs against Navarro. Wimberley is up 7-0 already when running back Moses Rapp goes around the right side of the Panthers defense, and then he's off. He's going all the way to the house. 68-yard touchdown lift the Texans out to a 14-0 lead. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. The final from Bernie. Let's go back to the big game coverage scoreboard to find out. Is Wimberley gets a win. They advance in the playoffs. Navarro season's over, 35-14. Falls City also advancing tonight, 27-18. Elsewhere, Southwest, of course, beats Rio Grande City. You saw that, 49-34. Southwest Legacy on the road in Eagle Pass. They get the win, 33-14. We have much more to come, including our big game coverage road trip, fan cam, more highlights and scores. But first, let's listen to the Poth Pirates Marching Band.